Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up split screen on iPads that have been updated to iOS 26. So we have several of our 11th graders and some of our 12th graders that have already updated to iOS 26, as well as a few students in the other grades. But the split screen is a little bit different in iOS 26, so I'm just going to show you a couple of steps that it requires in order to set that up. So the first thing to note, if a kid is having a hard time getting split screen to work, you want to ask the question, what version of iOS are you on? And if they're on iOS 26, you can see that right here by going into Settings, General, About, and then you can see here, this iPad is iOS 26. So we need to set up a few things in order to set up split screen. So I'm just going to go back. Actually, I'm going to go right back into Settings. And in Settings, you want to scroll down or ask your students to scroll down until they see Multitasking and Gestures. And in Multitasking and Gestures, they have to have this set up. So the default is full screen apps. So just make sure the students that are interested in using the split screen feature have windowed apps checked off. So once that's checked off, the iPad is set up to be able to do the split screen. So let's see what that looks like. Now that that's turned on, I can open up an app like Google Docs, and it's going to open up automatically in the full screen. But because I checked the window apps off, I should now see this little handlebar here in the bottom right-hand corner. I can click on that and just hold to kind of shrink the window. And then you'll see it'll bring up these three dots. It's very similar to a window on your MacBook. So what students can do, it's the same process as the MacBook, is they can click and hold on the green and it'll bring up a few choices here. So let's say I want my Google Docs to be over here on the left. I can choose this option and then it's going to throw Google Docs on the left-hand side of my screen. So now if I wanted, let's say I'm doing some research and I want to use Safari, Safari can come over here to this side of the screen. Now I can change it around by clicking on these dots, or if Safari accidentally opens, let's say Safari is opening up over on the wrong side of the screen, or let's say it opens up in full screen, I can grab that handlebar again, and then I can click and hold on the green button again and tell it exactly where I want it to be placed. I'll place it over on the right-hand side, and now I have that split screen to be able to see two windows at once. And then here, this handlebar here, students are used to. So the old split screen, or the split screen before they updated, I guess is more accurate, looked like this. So now they can drag that back and forth if they want a bigger window on one of them or not. So please share with your students if they're having a hard time splitting their screen with iOS 26, and hopefully you find this helpful.